Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about the new package that we have in Wyndham Vale in Whitshift Road. Now, the reason why we're looking at this, number one, we're going into an existing area already. So it's already built up, all the infrastructure is there already. So transport, there's a busway, there's a train line there, which is just 4 minutes away. There's a shopping center that's already existing, but that shopping center is getting extended, and they're putting in a fuel station and a few other amenities right at the shopping center as well. But not only that, we now have some really good comparables in this location. So if we were to compare this new property compared to the existing ones, we're actually buying under market. And also the other thing is the block of land itself, we've only gotten it back predominantly because the previous owner couldn't settle on it. So what they've done is they've just put back the block of land at the market price that they bought for, going back a couple of years ago. And then also on top of that, which means we are now spending about $40,000 less on the block of land, which is a really good uplift. Like I said, it's a 350 square block of land, and I'm going to quickly go through the package before I go on to do the numbers and some location key data points of the location. Now, it's a 20 square house, so quite large, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-car garage property. And basically what it looks like is this. So we have, it's the house, we've got our open plan family and meals area down here, the kitchen with a nice island bench top with extra storage. We've got bedroom number 4 there, we've got bedroom number 1 with a walk-in robe and an ensuite, and then bedroom 3 with a robe and the ensuite with a swing door, so you have both access to that. And then you've got bedroom number 2, which is at the front of the house with a walk-in robe and also an ensuite and a double car garage with this specific design. The block of land, 351 squares, and the price to attain this house will be $300,000 for the land, which is why I was saying it's way underpriced at the moment. Per square meter rate is about $1,170, give or take. So we're actually spending way less for this block. And then on top of that, we're building a 7-star energy rated house, which means it comes with solar, it comes with blinds throughout, full turnkey, including landscaping, driveway fencing. You get the kitchen appliances as well. So we always implement new kitchen appliances, and that's part of the David Willard standard upgrades. So 900mm appliances, 40mm bench tops, higher ceiling upgrades, and we make sure it's a full turnkey house, meaning by the time this property finishes, we will put the furniture package in there and hand over the property to the property manager, and they'll be able to start getting tenants to go walk through. And potentially at the end of this video, I'm going to show a simple video of one of the houses we recently completed in Manor Lakes. That one is a 3-bedroom, but it'll give you a rough idea of what the furniture pack will look like once it's inside the house. And obviously, if you need to upgrade that, we can have a conversation about that. But again, the biggest selling point with this property is actually the location where it is positioned. So I'm just going to close these tabs because we don't need them. All right, so I'm going to use maps because it's real time and you can use it to sort of get an idealistic view of where the location is. Now, one thing I'd like to mention is if you go on maps and you do this type of view, you will notice that there's a lot of blank empty spots. Don't mind that. This is a little bit not updated, these maps. Most of these locations here are already built up, including this patch here in Woollahra Rise. This is Woollahra Rise. We've got a few blocks in there that we've sold. Also across the road to here where the train station is, most of these places are already built. But to give you a good idea of where this property is located, so we are in Whitshift Road, which is this area right here. Most of this area is already built up, so we're not going into an entirely brand new area. This block is actually just one empty block in the street, and most of it is already built. So Whitshift starts here and there, and then the block of land is somewhere around here. That's where our block of land is. 14, here we go. 14 right there. That's where our block of land is. So we're predominantly just in the middle of the street. We've got other houses already there, the 4-bedroom houses. I'll be able to talk to you about that. And essentially, how close we are to amenities is the biggest selling point. Now, this estate is called Savannah Estate. It's been around going over just about 10 years now that they've started constructing in here, and we've already have some almost completed houses in there. Next to us here, this will be part of the train station. They've got a shopping, it's called a car park here for the train station. And then here, it's part of the Jubilee estate. There's going to come some commercial buildings in here. So they're going to put high-rise apartments here. They're going to put extra townhouses in here and some office spaces as well, part of the Jubilee development on the side over here. So future employment, people are definitely going to be employed around here, and they're estimating about 2,000 jobs just around this area. Coffee shops, you name the lot, offices, etc., etc. And then across the road, you've got the train station. So let me zoom out a little bit so I can explain it a little bit more in detail. So commercial coming here. And the thing I like about this commercial space is this is being done privately by the developer. It's not a government thing. So therefore, you know that the time frames are going to be kept at the same because it's a private company. There's no need for consulting 50, 60 people. They do everything in-house. Obviously, council has to approve, and I'm sure council has approved some of it already, hence why it's already in the plans. And then across the road from there, you've got the train station. So this is Wyndham train station right there. Recently upgraded, recently built. And then you've got the busway here. So buses will park here and people go through the platforms to go into the train station. And then you've got parking on this side and then on that side. And to the other side of the train station, you've got the primary school. So you've got primary and high school right here in Manor Lakes. So and then you've got the kindergarten down here as well. So this is pretty much the school precinct, and it's right next to the train station. And then down here, you've got the Our Lady of the Southern Cross, also a small little school down there. And then there's also going to be some retail coming down here as well. So beautiful location as far as schools are concerned. Another thing to factor in is, so train station, I'll zoom back out again to make it easy to understand. So properties right here. We've got commercial coming here. Down here, you've got the train station, which is that. You've got schools right there. All right. And then right across the road from the train station, you've got extension of Manor Lakes Shopping Centre. So this is the shopping centre. And at the moment, you've got Kmart. You've got a Coles down there. You've got a BWS. You've got a gym and a few restaurants. Actually, this is one of my favorite restaurants in Manor Lakes. They make a very, very, very good Asian fusion sort of dishes. Very nice restaurant. If you're ever down there, just check it out. And then this is the shopping center. So you got the gym, all that. And you got McDonald's right here. There's a swim school down here. And then across the road, you've got Hungry Jack's and KFC. And then what's coming here, they're going to add more retail. So it's like a smaller shopping mall that's coming down on this part, and then also an extension of the shopping center here. So this all is getting prepped up for the population that's further to come between Wyndham Vale, Manor Lakes and Werribee. It's a very, very booming suburb. In fact, one of the fastest growing locations in the west of Melbourne. Here you've got some townies, and then that's a PCYC and early learning childcare centre there. And then in front of us right here, where it says Kaiser and Marshall Park, you've actually got a clinic down here. Let me see if I can do this and be able to come back down. It's not allowing me to do a street view, but ideally what you have here is, let me go back to the map view that I had. Apologies for that. Satellite. All right, perfect. Now, ideally, like I was saying, you've got the clinic down here, and that's only about 6 minutes away. So what I want to do, I want to take us out and do a location-based calculation as how far we are from all these amenities that I just mentioned. And then just to further add on to that, you've got Wyndham City Church and then a Christian college right here as well. So these are all combined. And then next to it, you've got a school precinct. And then at the back here, you've got Riverbend Primary School, which is another school in the local area, and then the community center down here. Now, how far exactly are we from everything? That's what's important. So I'm going to do from here to the train station. So Whitshift Road is where the property is based. That's our property location. What we want to do is see how far we are from the train station, the schools, the nearest employment hub, which is the health precinct in Werribee, how far we are, this will be a very direct comparable to Westfields in Parramatta, which is Pacific Werribee. Oh, it's already there. So Pacific Werribee, what Pacific Werribee is, if you can see how big it is on here, it's basically the Parramatta Westfield of the western side of Melbourne. You've got all your major retailers in here. So you think of JB Hi-Fi, you think of cinemas, you think of Big W, Woolies, Target, all the big retailers are already here. So for your major day-to-day major shopping, if you want to buy bulky goods and big goods, you go down here or you go to Werribee, and that's just 15 minutes away from where their house is. However, if we're talking the train station from a macro level in this location, the train station, which is Wyndhamville train station, is only about 4 minutes away. I'll be able to show that in a second. Okay, I'll just do the train station car park to Whitshift Road. Okay, there we go. That's better. I like that better. Okay, so Whitshift Road, again, that's where the property is. And down at the back here, this is actually Werribee River. So this is all parked land owned by council. There's a river and a lake that runs through here. And these walks after work, you can do them down here. Just to further explain what's coming down here as well. And then on the next here, you've got Tarnet. And then the new train station will be somewhere around here. That is proposed, and it's set to come in a few years to go. Now, from the house to Wyndhamville train station, so from here to there, that's just a 4-minute drive, 2 kilometers. All right. From Whitshift to Manor Lakes Shopping Centre, should be the same different distance because it's just next to each other. Manor Lakes Central Shopping. Well, it's just a further 6 minutes away, but ideally that's the route, just next to the train station, and you can get yourself some daily shopping. And again, schools wise, so say for example the Christian College. Pardon the time frame. What is this called? Christway, not Christian. Christway. So it is a Christian college. Christway. Here we go. So from the house to Christway, that's just about 6 minutes. And then down here you've got a childcare centre, and then at the back here you've got another primary school, and then there's a few other schools along these roads down here. You got a few other couple of schools. I think it's somewhere around here. Oh, yep. The church here, and then a few other schools down this road here. So plenty of schools in the local area. And also you've got Woolworths Wyndhamville. That's another major retailer. If in case you're not a fan of Coles or anything like that, Woolworths is still within reach. So Woolworths Wyndhamville. Here we go. That's just 11 minutes away. And basically what's here is a fuel station, Aldi and Woolies, and then you've got Ozpost down here as well, and a few other small scale retailers down here. It's just another alternative that usually everyone that I do know of that lives in the area does their shopping at Manor Lakes Shopping Centre, which is just 6 minutes away. Now, where is everyone working? That's a very important question. You've got, again, going back to what I was saying before, you've got future employment coming right there just across the road. You've got people that work in the city that live here as well. But also, you've got the hospital precinct in Werribee, which is just about 15 minutes away, drive time from the house. So let me just type in Werribee Mercy. And in the document that I do attach with this video, you'll be able to see exactly how much employment is there already. They have about 5,000 people working there. And then the Wyndham Council has committed to adding another 6,500 jobs in the area. Their driver for the next 5 years is definitely bringing employment where people are living. They don't want people to go into the city to work in the city anymore, go to the airport, or travel outside of the LGA to go to work. What they want to do is they want to bring in more jobs. So that's retail jobs, hospitality jobs. They're bringing in furthering healthcare jobs as well, and a little bit more industrial, because we have industrial area in between Tarnit and Truganina as well. So what I want to do is I want to type in Werribee Massey Hospital. Okay, and that's just 12 kilometers away. You can travel this distance, I'm guessing traffic wise, that's why it's a little bit long. It's usually a 15-minute drive. Now what you have here is two main things. Number one is the Werribee Massey Hospital, quite large. And then right across the road, you've got the Hoppers Crossing train station as well. So you can use that to commute in and out of the city or to the hospital. And then you've also have another hospital here, which is St. Vincent Private. And then you've got the Women's Health down here. But that's not all. You also have TAFE, number one. You have Melbourne University and Victoria University as well. They both have campuses on here. So you've got down here industry skills, I think that's Victoria Uni, and then on the other side you've got Melbourne University, and these are the two campuses that you have for university. So one here, one on the other side, and then going down here you've got some vet clinics down here, and then you've got another hospital, and then they have a cop shop somewhere around here as well. So very major and key employment hub, which is just 15 minutes away from where the house is. And basically what's happening now is a lot of the nurses that work here, especially if they're travel nurses, will actually come and live here because there's a Holiday Inn somewhere around here, and it costs them so much more. So the first houses we launched as co-living, they actually got rented back to the hospital at a fixed amount for the year. But not only that, from here to Wyndhamville, from here to where the house is, you also have Bunnings around here. There's a major fast food and restaurant precinct down on this road in Werribee, and then you've got Werribee and the Bunnings somewhere around here as well. And from here to the house, let me just I'll put in Holiday Inn because that's the easiest one to remember to this precinct. Holiday Inn Werribee. There we go. That's us right there. Alright, so another 14 minutes, you can come down into Werribee, which is also just another retail precinct, shopping precinct, and it's just further down. Another thing as well is, from a lifestyle perspective, you're not so far from the beach. So for example, Werribee South Beach, I've actually been there a couple of times during my my work hours for lunch. It's a pretty vibrant and a chill location, and not having to drive so far away from where your house is. So if you're in Wyndhamville, you want to be at Werribee South Beach, then that's just another 30-minute drive, and then you've got the Ruffin Point, Cook, etc., etc. Now, the biggest selling point for this location in Wyndhamville is not only the future commercial precincts that are coming there. It's not only that. Like I said before, you got the biggest, one of the fastest growing locations in the west of Melbourne right now. That's both in population and also infrastructure. So they're building a lot of infrastructure around here just to make the connection into the city a little bit more easier. And we actually do have a few core living properties around here. So we've got some case studies of how these properties have been performing over time. And that's the biggest selling point. It's just how we are able to get tenants in so quick and be able to attain a higher rental yield from this property alone. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back and show you just a quick example of what the end product will look like, just a one of the 3-bedroom core living properties that we have in the area, what exactly these properties will look like in the end once it's all completely furnished. So this is just an example on a smaller property. Where's the mute button? I'll just mute myself because I was breathing right into the camera. Now, okay, now what we have in there, that's the main bedroom. We always put a bed and a mattress in there. We put bedside tables and extra storage, just because you never know who your tenant is. Might have a lot more clothes and a lot more stuff to put in. We put a washer dryer or a washing machine and a dryer along with the house as well. Iron and ironing board. Basically what we want to do is we want to create a hospital experience with these houses, just to make sure that our clients or our tenants really just have the best comfort possible, and they don't have to worry about bringing in a bed or a mattress. They just come with their bed sheets and the basic stuff, and we attach it to the house as a package. Bedside tables and lamps are also part of the inclusion. We add in a vacuum machine as well, just to make sure the place is well kept and clean. And then in the kitchen, depending on the furniture pack you choose, we always add in a dining set and a lounge set as well. Lamps, the couch comes with that. We put in rugs and a coffee table, and a TV is part of that as well. Now, the package we are looking at today, that actually comes with AC units in every bedroom as a standard. That's a very standard inclusion. Is the microwave, a coffee maker or a kettle, and a toaster. Comes with the dishwashing machines. We put in some cutlery and a fridge in there as well, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. Because remember, the goal here with core living is to create a hospital, a hotel-like experience for our tenants. Therefore, they just walk in, pat on the wall art. I did that myself, so we ended up getting someone to fix that. But ideally, this is what the house will look like as an end product. We just want to make sure that it's comfortable enough and it's ready to get tenanted as soon as we finish putting in the furniture in there. And then that's a swing door bathroom there. You can access it from both ends, and that's it. That's what the house will look like in the end. And this house is actually in Manor Lakes. We've got some tenants in there as well, so we've got a bit of a case study going on there with this property itself. Now, I'm not going to focus much on the numbers on these properties because it's just going to vary from property to property. Ideally, what we've done, I'm just going to use my BMT to quickly run through a quick example cash flow. Please speak to us directly on this one because would like to be exact with the numbers. But I'm going to use 303 Ledger Street, so 3 Graded Street, sorry, as an example for this 4-bedroom house. So it's a house, we're building it. It's an investment property. Now the land price, again, we're buying a 350 square for 300,000, which to me is a very, 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 very lucrative deal. And then 367 for the build, including the furniture package. If we're going in with 10% deposit, that's 66,000. You have $12,000 as lender's mortgage insurance, 13,000 for stamp duty, $300 for rego fees, 1,500 for legals. And then what I like to do in my calculations as well, I like to add in the holding cost. So I'm just going to allocate $10,000 during construction as a buffer, just so we're comfortable, which means you need about $105,000 to buy this property with a 10% deposit, and you're paying LMI up front. You're not adding it on top of the loan. You have an option to do that, and that just makes it $92,000 if you don't have to pay LMI up front. Going forward, depending on your rate, I'm just going to use 6.04 on here, or let's just say 6.4 flat. See what those numbers bring to us. Rent per week. Now, what we want to do with the rental is, it's a 4-bedroom house, but I want to work with the worst case scenario. So let's go 840 per week. is our maximum rent instead of 1,000 something, because again, worst case scenario makes the best case scenario once we are comfortable with the worst case. No body corporate fees, but you will have insurances. The recent one we've done on this particular was 1,300, and then you've got council rates, and then you've got water charges. I always allow about $700 per year on that. Now, repairs and cleaning. Yes, it's your house. Yes, there's tenants in there that will be living in there. They can take care of cleaning the house and all that. But just for you as the landlord to make sure your house is kept okay for the next 5 to 10 years, I always just allow for an air tasker to go in there, clean the house, make it look shabby and sharp, make it look sharp, not shabby, sorry, and just general upkeep and maintenance of the property. That's what the goal is. We don't want to just put in there and just trust them to maintain our property. It's your house at the end of the day. So I always allow about $2,000 in a year. If we don't use it, that's just extra money in your pocket anyway, but it's good to have that. Now, to rent out all 4 bedrooms, it would be about $600 because they charge $150 to market per room, and then 8.9% as a management fee. Other costs, well, there's a thing called land tax here in Victoria, which will be about round off about $1,300 per annum. However, if you registered the property as a rooming house, you will get a 50% rebate on that. So ideally, and then you also can make a depreciation claim on your furniture package, which means your tax refund in the first year will be around $10,000, and yearly cash flow will be about $2,000. So in the worst case scenario, this property will be positively geared by $53 per week, as an example, in the worst case scenario. However, if we do change the numbers a little bit, again, I'm just using this as an example. Speak to us so we can give you a direct and exact figure. So say, for example, we've got all bedrooms tenanted at $250 per week. Then the property result will look like this. You'll be positively geared by $141 per week on a 4-bedroom property. So speak to us. Let's have a conversation. I'm just under the 30-minute mark, which is what I was aiming for. Again, let's have a conversation about how best we can help you get into these properties. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Cheers. Bye.